Good morning, anybody that's tuning in. I'm going to try to talk a little louder because my air conditioner is on because it's super hot here in Florida. So, good morning, everybody. I'm going to do something a little bit different today, and I hope you like it. And I'm going to start off by reading my morning message that I wrote for myself. Good morning. I'm grateful to wake up in safety and comfort. Today, I will do my best to have a positive impact on the world. I will take concrete steps toward my goals, and I will seek security for my future. I will act and speak with integrity and truth. I will practice non-attachment and compassion. I will respect the earth to the best of my ability. I will love myself unconditionally so that I might also love others. Today, I will let faith guide me and not fear. I will treat life with reverence. I will appreciate the little things. I will seek adventure in everyday interactions and experiences. Today, I will seek a better understanding of myself and the world so that I might be a better person tomorrow. I will strive to use my love and compassion to spread love and compassion to others. Whew. Good stuff. Good stuff to motivate myself in the morning. In the following weeks, I am going to guide you through making your own morning message because while you might resonate with a lot of the things I wrote, there might be other things that you want to express gratitude for when you wake up. Next, I would like to read you a passage from the Tibetan Book of Living and Dying by Sogyal Rinpoche. This book is based on the teachings of Tibetan Buddhism, and it was written by someone who, as a young boy, was forced to flee Tibet because of the Chinese occupation. So I'm going to read that to you now. Okay, I'm going to have to take my glasses off for this. We'll see. See what happens. Okay. One of the greatest Buddhist traditions calls the nature of mind the wisdom of ordinariness. I cannot say it enough. Our true nature and the nature of all beings is not something extraordinary. The irony is that it is our so-called ordinary world that is extraordinary, a fantastic, elaborate hallucination of the deluded vision of samsara. It is this extraordinary vision that blinds us to the ordinary, natural, inherent nature of mind. Imagine if the Buddhas were looking down at us now, how they would marvel sadly at the lethal ingenuity and intricacy of our confusion. Sometimes because we are so unnecessarily complicated, when the nature of mind is introduced by a master, it is just too simple for us to believe. Our ordinary mind tells us, this cannot be. There must be something more to it than this. It must surely be more glorious, with lights blazing in space around us, angels with flowing golden hair swooping down to meet us, and a deep Wizard of Oz voice announcing, now you have been introduced to the nature of your mind. There is no such drama. Because in our culture, we overvalue the intellect. We would imagine that to become enlightened demands extraordinary intelligence. In fact, many kinds of cleverness are just further obscurations. There is a Tibetan saying that goes, if you are too clever, you could miss the point entirely. Sogyal Rinpoche said, the logical mind seems interesting, but it is the seed of delusion. People can become obsessed with their own theories and miss the point of everything. In Tibet, we say, theories are like patches on a coat. One day, they just wear off. Let me tell you an encouraging story. One great master in the last century had a disciple who was very thick-headed. The master had taught him again and again, trying to introduce him to the nature of his mind. Still, he did not get it. Finally, the master became furious and told him, look, I want you to carry this bag full of barley up to the top of that mountain over there. But you mustn't stop and rest. Just keep going until you reach the top. The disciple was a simple man, but he had unshakable devotion and trust in his master, and he did exactly what he was told. The bag was heavy. He picked it up and started up the slope of the mountain, not daring to stop. He just walked and walked, and the bag got heavier and heavier. It took him a long time. At last, when he reached the top, he dropped the bag. He slumped on the ground, overcome with exhaustion, but deeply relaxed. He felt the fresh mountain air on his face. All his resistance had dissolved, and with it, his ordinary mind. Everything just seemed to stop. At that instant, he suddenly realized the nature of his mind. Ah, this is what my master has been showing me all along, he thought. He ran back down the mountain and against all convention, burst into his master's room. I think I've got it now. I've really got it. His master smiled at him knowingly. So you had an interesting climb up the mountain, did you? Whoever you are, you too can have the experience the disciple had on the mountain. And it is that experience that will give you the fearlessness to negotiate life and death. But what is the best, quickest, and most efficient way to set about it? The first step is the practice of meditation. It is meditation that slowly purifies the ordinary mind, unmasking and exhausting its habits and illusions so that we can, at the right moment, recognize who we really are. I'm going to be talking more about that later. Okay. But just one thing I wanted to comment on it is that, I talk about this a lot in my social media posts that some of you have probably read. I find my life very fulfilling, but it is just filled with ordinary things, but I see them as extraordinary, like especially nature and animals and just things that might seem very mundane to some people, but they add so much joy to my life because of how I see them. And I think that that passage talks about that a little bit. This morning I was lying in bed scrolling on social media, as I tend to do when I wake up, which I probably shouldn't, but I do. And speaking of nature and animals, I came upon a video that showed a little wet skunk in the rain trying hard to get up over the curb and off of a busy street where he was likely hit by a car because there was something wrong with him. He was hurt and tired and couldn't quite get himself over the lip of the curb, and he looked very sad and pathetic trying to get up over that, 6-7 inch curb. I started full on crying as I watched a kind woman show up and gently lay a towel over him. She then very gently swaddled him and picked him up to take him to be rescued and cared for. I called Libby over from the foot of the bed, and as per her usual, she flopped up against me, spooned with me, while I rubbed her belly. I thought, I've watched videos like this before and didn't get this upset. What's the difference? The difference is that today I realized that America is that little skunk. We were just hit by a big, powerful vehicle, and we're hurt, and we're tired from constantly dodging, getting run over by patriarchal and controlling religious influences in this country. Where is the nice lady to rescue us? Religion should never feel disempowering. Religion, even if it's not ours, should feel like the nice lady and not the car that hit us. And now I would like to lead you in the loving kindness prayer. You can pray or meditate in whatever way works best for you, but I highly recommend the loving kindness prayer because it's very universal and it sparks empathy for self and for others. So we start by having love and empathy for ourselves. and we say, may I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be happy. May I live with ease. And this is truly a sense of wishing a joyful life to yourself that is free from struggle. We're never completely free from struggle, but some of the struggles that we have, we can free ourselves from. So we start with wishing that on ourselves, wishing love and kindness on ourselves. Then we can move on to someone we love, and you can insert their name or just their pronoun. So we say, may Diane be safe. May Diane be healthy. May Diane be happy. May Diane live with ease. Now we can go through that same verse and insert other people's names. And one thing I like to do is, if I'm having conflict with someone, or if I've been feeling negative feelings towards someone, I like to include them, because it helps to give me a sense of peace. I do understand at a very academic level that people who hurt you are hurting themselves, are also hurting, right? Someone else has hurt them, or they're just in a place of unrest or discontent. And so I like to acknowledge that when I am doing this prayer and include them. So I might say, may he be safe. And the other thing to remember is that we're all connected. So when one person has loving kindness in their life, that reverberates to everyone around them. So I say, may he be safe. May he be healthy. May he be happy. May he live with ease. And again, you can go through, if there are individual people who you would like to highlight in this prayer, you can do that. And finally, the last verse of this prayer should always be, may we all be safe. May we all be healthy. May we all be happy. May we all live with ease. And sometimes I recite this as I'm going to bed. It just puts me in a very peaceful mood. Or if something happens in the world, I wish loving kindness on particularly all women right now. So it's just something that I say a lot. When I learned it, it just really touched me, because it starts with yourself, which I think is really, really important. It's great to feel giving and loving toward others, but we have to have compassion, empathy, and love for ourselves too. And I think that's really all I have to say today. I wanted to share these messages with you, which I find very uplifting. And I've been doing a lot of reading. It's so interesting that people meet you at different times in your life, and you're such a different person. I was not always this kind of person who's very self-aware and interested in ways to make my life more peaceful and to be more empathetic toward others. So it's been a huge journey for me, and I enjoy sharing the things that help me on this journey and just give me joy. So no one tuned in for the live, but that's totally okay. Hopefully some of you can watch it later, and I will also include it in my newsletter this week. So I'm tentatively saying that it took me a bit with the technology this week, but I would like to do it every Sunday at 10. So I hope you will tune in, and I will send more information in my newsletter. Thank you, and have an amazing Sunday.